Welcome to the Blue Cup in the Attic. No portion of the Blue Cup in the Attic may be used without the expressed written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. Hello, hello, hello. This Blue Cup in the Attic is called Gang Stalkers. What they do with the 16 million. Okay. Title may change, as you guys or some of you are aware of. Couple of announcements. Please join the YouTube channel and be sure to click the notification bell so that you are one of the first to get notifications of new vids I post up. Within that channel, I have over 300 videos, 16 playlists. This is not all I do. This was dropped in my lap. It was not planned and not a part of what I do, and takes up a lot of my time. But one thing about me, if I know something, I want you to know it, especially if it's life-threatening or it's going to affect someone's life, their privacy, etc., etc. Excuse me for sniffling. Let's see what else I want to tell you. And I'm going over that YouTube channel, the videos, to be sure that I said what I meant to say in each video. And so at the top where the text is, where the video is posted, you will see before watching, and under that, right under that, literally, you will see, if you don't see it, there's no changes. But if you do see it, it'll give the time and exactly what I meant to say or something like, you'll see a correction. Okay. Let's see what else I have to tell you. And that's great because it keeps me from having to re-record things. And trust me, that video may have been re-recorded. It's a rarity I have to do it, but excuse me. But sometimes I do have to re-record. Matter of fact, I just mentioned in a video that I had to re-record that video because I was laughing so hard. I laughed for about 5 minutes, you guys. I mean, heartily laughing. At some, I know what it was, but I'm just going to say something that was going on outside that I noticed while I was inside my apartment. But I laughed, you guys, you got to make light of the situation. I don't care what's going on in your life. Make light of it. Okay. God never promised us that we would have blue skies every day. Okay. He just did not do that. And so, and something may last for years. Molestation. You may be molested have been molested for 12 years, but it's over. Especially if you're older, teenager even. There may be a teenager listening to this, and I want to encourage. I just threw molestation out there. Been talking about it a lot here lately in some of my works, but I thank Jesus thank God I've never been molested myself. At least not that I'm aware of. If it did happen, it had to have happened when, I didn't realize what was going on. And honestly, been pretty smart all my life. So I can safely say, but not surely say, that I have never had that happen. But it's not about me. It's about those who have. And I just want to encourage you guys, regardless, molestation, whatever it is in your life, then there's a new day. There's a new day. It happens again. There's a new day. There's going to be one day that things are going to cease. And that's your day of revelation. Okay. Reflection. Well, not reflection. You don't want to reflect on it, but a day of renewing, and a day of getting over it. Now, that may seem harsh, but I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm literally saying the day that whatever's going through your life stops is your new day. It is your day to work on forgiving, but not forgetting. I have one of those collections. It's called Soup for the Soul, and I talk about a lot of things in Soup for the Soul. And one of the things I talk about is in one of the videos, and probably elaborated on another one, but there is a specific video. I think there's 80 something in that collection. That is the bulk of my video. My channel is the Soup for the Soul collection. or playlist. I keep saying collection, but I mean to say playlist. Collection comes from, if you scroll down where the text is posted, this is going to be removed. So if you don't see it, it's been removed. But I get the word collection from a Google platform that social media that would let you create collections. And I have currently 34 collections in that Google platform. You can check out those before they get rid of it. They are getting rid of that particular platform commencing April the 2nd, and it's going to be gone. I'm really pissed off. I just have to say it like it is at Google for doing that. I am appalled and pissed off. PP. I got a PP. No, I'm just joking. I'm appalled because I can only speak for myself, and I've gone to, I don't visit too many people's pages, but I have gone to people's pages, and I'm going to tell you, I'm appalled by the fact that I have 34 collections in lieu of public posts, and that's just on my brand page, and that's the only page I really was active on, the radio show page, and that's what I call it because it's the same type of page basically I had when I was very active in radio, okay, on a different platform, however. And so, they would let you create this platform, brand pages. I don't think it was called brand pages, but, same thing, just being very active within this social media platform. And I'm not a happy camper, but I'm not going to elaborate on that anymore. Just scroll down while you can. Well, you can scroll down forever, but while you can see it is what I meant to say. And you can click that link, go to my 34 collections, and you're going to be like, what? You guys are getting rid of this because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people probably signed up for the social media platform, the Google platform, and forgot about it. Don't know their passcode. Just staying mainstream with another social media platform. Either way, you're going to see it and see why I'm not very happy. But, as I said earlier, you got to look at the good in things, what the good is, the outcome. And the good of that is that I won't be posting because I won't be posting anymore in that collection after April the 2nd, this year. I am able to focus on other parts of my life, for you guys and my life, but for you guys. And so I'm really happy about that, and I will keep you guys posted on that. So please stay tuned. The best way right now, I am going to be other places, but I'm not going to announce where those places are. So please stay tuned to YouTube. This is why I asked you to join the YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications of that. And so the text below will be changed, which is, I'm saying this right now, I'm just thinking about it. Although I said earlier I'm going over all the videos, that is inclusive of text for the video, description of what the video is or whatever. They'll let you put, what you want under the video via text. And I'm thinking just now, what is the use of me even finishing going over each video? 300, meaning I have to listen to 300 videos. I listen to my stuff before I post it up, but I'm having to re-listen to this stuff, to my works, so that, for corrections and errors. But I'm thinking right now, as I'm telling you guys about that, what's the use of doing that if I'm going to have to go through all of the text after April the 2nd and remove the link for that platform and the communities and the collections, now each individual collection is not there, but the communities are there. So it's no use of doing double work, but I don't know. It's up in the air. Okay, so let's see. Donations, if you would like to send donations, I appreciate that. Thank you so much in advance. If you can't send me donations, I love you just as much. I was going to say I appreciate you too. But the fact that you are thinking about me means more to me than anything. And one of the playlists, and there's a collection for this as well, it's called You Like It, Buy It. And that's things that I'm selling. So you can also check out another reason for joining the YouTube channel or subscribing. You can check out things that I I love myself. I'm not being stuck up. I'm being assertive. You guys, you can, let me finish my sentence. You can check out some of the things thus far that I am selling, but it's going to get bigger. So it's going to get bigger. I'm just letting you guys know. And I love business. I love so much stuff. But speaking of business, I have so much, in other words, I guess, to give to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And even the twist pudding that I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be doing a video on the twist pudding to let you guys know how helpful it is for your hair if it's natural, and an excellent alternative, not trying to put any particular company or anything down, but it's an excellent alternative for twisting your hair. And so I'm going, and not just for twisting your hair, for detangling, moisturization, antibacterial, just everything, you guys. So I'm very, very excited about that. So that's why there's a little joy in my speech when I was speaking of, the things you can buy from me, not because you can buy them and I would be making money. It's just that it's certain things in my life that I just absolutely love, and that I can't tell you now that, it's just things, just know that. And so keep up with me, it's really simple. Just subscribe to the channel and you're there. Okay. And so, so donations and also the way that you send donations, as well as the way that you buy things, and the You Like It, buy it, playlist, as well as collection for right now. It's the same, credit card processor. And so, you can do that. Now, someone has been posting on my, that same, Google platform. They've been posting under, because there is a collection for, You Like It, buy it, You Like It, buy it, and within my collections, as I mentioned. And someone is posting on particular items, or a particular item. I don't know if it's that particular item they're interested in, but they're posting something about credit cards and that it's not going through, yada yada, something. You have to be a little bit more descriptive, because I don't understand what you're trying to convey to me. Ironically, they seem to have created a Google page, and the ID is like their credit card. Well, not a credit card, but it doesn't say like KimMeWyatt, that would be the name that you would look for. This one is you can tell they created it. I don't know if they're trying to tell me that something's not working, but it seems like a foreigner, because it's not very descriptive. And then they did copy paste of denial of transactions or something. I don't know what it is, whomever that is. If you can speak English and listen to this video, I hope, please be more descriptive with me. I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't call numbers that I don't know. Once you click the information, first of all, they're amending or editing the information. When I click the three little dots to let you know, where you can, in other words, the three dots lets you know there's more information. That wasn't there before. Okay. Clicked it just today, and there's more information there, but I am the security person. Okay. I tell you guys a lot about being secure and being safe. So therefore, I'm not myself going to click call numbers and click links and things like that. Just give it to me straight, say, something like, I tried to purchase from you. You may want to call customer service because this, that, and the other, because I don't buy from myself. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. If you're trying to send donations, if you're trying to buy something, because like I said, or I was mentioning that it's the same credit card processor. So I don't know. And so let me know, what's going on. Let me know, it's okay. But you don't have to create an account to let me know. But then I'm thinking maybe they do. I don't know who it is, but it's not very descriptive. There's a lot of information there, but it's not saying much of anything. Instead of, they're posting a seemingly could be a plot, but they're posting where they're probably trying to send me something and it keeps getting denied, but they're not telling me, oh, I've been trying to send you something and it keeps getting denied, or something, let me know. Be very descriptive because I don't know. Okay. Let's see what else I have to tell you. And that's with anything. That's from here on out. You guys, communication is not hard for some of us. Some of us have disabilities where we can't communicate like we would probably want to. But when you can, do it. You know what I'm saying? And even not fully, there's ways around that. Let people know what's going on. I have no clue. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't read, what you're trying to say. And instead of posting all of the that you posted, please just say, I'm trying to remain anonymous. I created this account, and it's okay because they're getting rid of the platform. Just to let you know, because even if you create a temporary account and you have haters, everyone has haters, and someone says, this is a temporary account. They posted it's a temporary account. You created it because it's for a temporary account. So if they get rid of it, okay, it's gone, but at least I can get, because I'm always logged in. I'm not always, but I'm in my account several times a day. I can see, okay, thank you. I didn't, I didn't know that. So, yeah, moving right along. I think that's going to be it. Oh, business meetings, business seminars. I'm going to be doing business seminars on business. I can't wait. That's why I started smiling, laughing, or kind of giggling a little earlier. Is something about business that just turns me on. I love business. I love every aspect of business, which is why I'm creating this video. Was in my bathroom going into the video thinking, looking in the mirror. I think I was doing exfoliating my face, and I got to thinking, knowing I'm being watched, these people are making a lot of money. And I knew that. As a matter of fact, one of the victims that used to live where I live, she and I had a conversation about how much money per my asking, how much money do you think they're making? Now, I knew what figure I had come up with prior to asking her, but we were exactly on point with the same amount. That amount was about $16 million. Hold on, hold your horses. You guys, I asked you guys, there's another announcement, but it's tied to this. I've asked you guys to look up 6 terms or 6 words on YouTube, or 6, not 6 words, 6 terms. I said it right. On YouTube. First one, in no particular order, perps, P-E-R-P-S, P-E-R-P-S, targeted individual or individuals. Okay. Look up gang stalking. Okay. Look up electronic stalking. But, look up group stalking, and gang and group stalking are basically the same thing. But lastly, you need to look up empath, E-M-P-A-T-H. We do exist. Okay. And let me go ahead and note here, when you look up empath, please don't think that we have the big head. We were placed on the planet to do what we do, which is what I do, to warn people of things. Okay. That's what an empath is. We don't want to see people harm. Wait, hold on. I feel, I can't speak for another empath. If you deserved it, you deserved it. but we don't want to see people maliciously harmed. If it's something that's going to affect the masses, which is what empaths are on the planet to do. We are warners. We curse. We're normal. We're not angels. We're not anything other than that. We don't have a crystal ball. We can't see the future. We're not prophetess and prophets and, not disciples. No, not disciples. I'm just saying we're just regular old people. Okay. And so we are, but we, because of our strength, we are placed on the planet, or we're placed in the womb, doing to come and to warn people of things, just things, anything. And I've said before, just like when Microsoft has an Internet Explorer, which I don't use that often now, has an exploit. I'm usually one of the first to know, literally. And so I will warn people, but people are looking at me like I'm crazy, not looking at me like I'm crazy, like, what? If you've been keeping up with me, you know why I did that. But they're like, for instance, you posted on when I was on Facebook, for instance, you guys tie down your computers, change your passcodes. Internet Explorer has an exploit. Oh my God, Chrome has an exploit. Firefox has an exploit. I haven't heard I don't think I've ever had to tell people Firefox has an exploit, but definitely Chrome and Internet Explorer. And just as an example, and people, because there's no responses hardly, are thinking, what? And then 2 months later, Internet Explorer has an exploit, extra, read all about it. Internet Explorer has an exploit. And I'm like, yeah, I let people know that like 2 months ago. So that's an empath. And an empath we're warners only of adversity, what may affect your life, such as what I'm doing right now. So look all those 6 terms up. And I was saying, I come up with a seventh term, but going back to what I was saying, and I may remember, but we both came up with the same amount as far as how much they're making. Oh, this is the term. This is not one of the terms, one of the terms I normally have people looking up, but I may want to add this to it because a lot of people do not understand this fully. Organized crime. Okay. Mucho money made in organized crime. Lots of money. This just as an example. If this is the crime, drugs, you have drug lords, you have people at the top. It's a tier structure. You got people at the bottom. You got, and that the bottom would also be the buyers, but you have an organization. When you're dealing with an organization, which is where the 16 million comes from, I'm not just talking about what's happening here locally in this apartment complex. I am not talking about what happens in Houston, Texas. I am not talking about even California, because this is all over. Okay. I'm talking about the organization as a whole, the entire organization. $16 million, you guys, is what we both came up with. How they're making that money? You should have been keeping up with me, but it's okay. One of those playlists is called The Blue Cup in the Attic, the 16 on YouTube, and the other one is called The Blue Cup, another one, The Blue Cup in the Attic, open parentheses, circumstance or evidence. And of course that playlist is me doing video. There's only 3 there and I'm not finished. Me telling you guys about how I feel I've been spied on before I actually discovered I'm being spied on. Things that were happening in my life. And I said initially going back, I think about, would it have been 5 years? 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Yeah, but no. It's even more years than that. It's about 11 years that I feel I've been spied on, you guys. Being stalked, okay? Meaning I've been followed to some degree for that long. So please keep up with me. Very critical, not trying to get people to subscribe to the channel at all, but very critical that you see the entire picture, the big picture. You can't look at one or two videos and say, or listen to them and say, well, look or listen and say, I got it. Yeah, you may have some of it, but you really don't have the entire thingy. Okay, you really don't. So yeah. So my shoulder has been really, really killing me, and I went to I saw a doctor, and they did test on me, and I'm in perfect health, but yet my shoulder is doing its own thing. Three of these things belong together. Okay, I'm not gonna do that's Sesame Street, but one of these kids is doing its own thing. Yeah, I actually looked that up, you guys, on YouTube. I couldn't resist. I was like, because I was doing it in a video, and I just like now, and I was singing it wrong, or yeah, of course, I gotta learn that. I love that. When something's different from the others, you throw that off in there, with your works. But and if you grew up on Sesame Street, you know what I'm talking about. Is it a Sesame Street or Electric Company? I think it's Sesame Street. I don't know. Either one of those. But yeah, so that's the 7th term, organized crime. Once you look up organized crime, you'll get an idea or why we came up with that amount. We're talking the entire organization. How that's possible is because monies are being involved in this. This is not. Okay, let me tell you this. Put it this way. When someone is this dogmatic, got to speak on my case about spying on someone, this is not just a pervert with money. Okay. No. This organized crime, however, this is organized crime. This is someone following you because they're making a bulk of money off of you. Okay. Me. I sing, I do all kinds of stuff. I shave my vagina in the bathtub with my foot on top of the bathtub. Go figure. I did. I will never do that again. Just everything just showing, and let me take that back. You're not going to take my life away from me. I will be doing that again, but guess what? You won't see it. You, plural. Moving right along. But yeah, so you got to take all of these monies into consideration, because as I was saying, let me finish. They are sending the feeds so they have subscribers. Just as I'm asking you, hey, or to subscribe to the channel, or suggesting. I'm not asking, just suggesting that this is what they have, subscribers to a particular channel, and they're going to get busted. As a matter of fact, okay, let me be quiet. Okay, they have people who are paying to see you now. Okay, most of the women that are being spied on predominantly are couples or Black African people, and I have to, and that for the reason for that, let me say, is because Black African people are considered by far, and I'm just going to say it, the dumbest or not as intelligent people on the planet. Now, we're not saying that about ourselves. Other races are. And because other races feel this way, in this case, organized crime, they part of it is true. They're perps. When you look that up, you'll see how all this ties together. Perps are dumb. Okay, let me say that again. Perps are dumb. Anyone who spends time spying on their own race, not that I'm going to say it the way I have to say it, and not saying they should spy on any race, but work with me, spying on their own people, okay, and considering that race of people have been slaves, and this is how they became slaves in a sense, is dumb. Perps are chosen people, you guys. Don't get it twisted. Perps are spied on before they are chosen to become a perp. Not necessarily cameras in their apartments and things like that. They are watched their characters, how they carry themselves. You come outside on your balcony, you're smoking a cigarette. They're watching every single thing about you before they decide to come knock on your door, pretending they're this and that, and lie on the victim and say the victim is doing this or that, or owes them this or that, or whatever the situation is. Then they have the perps who fall for it because they are, ding, what's that word? Everybody, let's say it together, dumb. Okay. And so they're hungry for money. They're they actually watch them for a period of time before one of them or a man and a woman, it doesn't matter, dressed really nice, will knock on their door. And because they have to gain access, they have to have equipment and a close by apartment, in the form of internet service and cable or whatever. They have to have this stuff in order for the plot to work out. The victim may not have it. I don't watch TV, and therefore I have no need for a cable box. I have no need for cable. But that doesn't mean I can't be a victim, because all they need in my apartment, all that's needed in my apartment, are cameras. When you find a perp, the perp has the equipment, the internet service in their apartment. And trust me, it's going to be someone who lives above you, behind you, that's surrounding your apartment. Please, you guys, not trying to put the apartment industry down, but please move into a home if at all possible. If you can't, you can't, but move into a home. I'm not saying it's better there, but if you see someone's out on your street or down the street, they're not going to park right in front of that home. Trust me. But you go outside and, it's about paying attention, and you see someone all the time or every other day because they've already been there and left. You didn't see them parking in the same spot on your street, and you live in a home. If they're not watching you, they're watching someone. They have to have an idiot that will work with them, especially in a home. Period. But it's within a home. This person is definitely needed somewhere around, because it's going to be harder for them to gain access to that home. However, I did just post a video about how gang stalkers gain entry. I don't think that's the title, but I talked about this. And when I posted it on the Google platform that's leaving. If you go to that platform, click the link, you'll see, if you hurriedly go, you will see a post from a YouTube channel. Okay, from a YouTube video rather, that I found on how to gain entry into basically any lock. It's called a bump key, BUMP, second word, KEY. That's one of the ways they're getting in people's apartments. People who are wondering, they didn't steal anything, someone's coming in my apartment. Okay, if you come to your apartment or place and your door is unlocked and you knew you locked it, they're using a bump key. Okay, if you come in your place and doors are locked and things are moved. Okay, let me start over. If you come to your place and your door is unlocked and you know you locked it, but nothing is stolen, but you may see something moved, because they're good. They're very good. They're D@MN, D@MN good. They're going to put stuff back where they got it. Organized crime. These people who come in your apartment, perfect. They know what to move. They know where to move it. They know where to put it back. They're going to take pictures before they move something so that it can be placed exactly where it should be. Very, very good at what they do. No bragging on them, because I can kill every last one of them. They are. So when you come in your place and you see your door is unlocked but nothing's stolen, that's a sign. Trust me, they have either moved something so they can see you placing the equipment there later, or they have the equipment's already there, and or they're putting the equipment there. Okay, or both. We're moving something to the side a little bit so they can do these idiots. They have it. They got it going on, you guys. They know how to do this, and it's even deeper. I'm dissecting. It's even deeper than what the average person thinks. The thing about me, which is why my stalking has escalated, it's because I'm dissecting the entire organization. Dissecting. Please go to the Blue Cup in the Attic playlist and the Blue Cup in the Attic circumstance or evidence playlist. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just choose a video. Nothing is in any particular order, but if you go to that playlist, I would start at the bottom and go to the top, because I may mention a video and you'll say, oh, okay, yeah, I just saw that video, what she's talking about. Don't know how. I think it's about 40 videos. You're going to be spending some time with me because I'm actually going through dissecting the entire organization, just like this video, what they do with the 16 million. Okay, so back to that. So we came up with 16, and I may have forgot to say something or forgot to, I said, but if you come home and your door is locked, yet you see things moved around a little bit, but your door is locked, or you may not notice it initially, you brush it off, but 3 or 4 times down the road, you notice, wait a minute, how is my door is locked? So no one could have come in, psychological game. Very psychological, playing with your mind or attempting to play with your mind. Not in most cases, not purposely. Well, they will start trying to play with your mind once you figure them out. Sorry. But initially it's not intentional. But they're going to play with your mind, initially because they're going to come in and they're looking at you. They're looking at you. They're all going to laugh at you every time I think about, when I say something about looking, I think about the movie Carrie, the original Carrie, 1970s movie, with Sissy Spacek was playing, the main character. And, she had some, is it telepathic? Well, she could move things. She could start fires. Not the way you and I would. She could literally do things. So, yeah, great movie. I mean, she was excellent in that movie. It's extremely scary. Scary Carrie. But very, very scary movie. I mean, as a matter of fact, not to get off the topic, I would place it in the top 3 scary movies of all time. So very, very, with a plot, not just something, just all of them have a plot, but with a plot, it's an excellent movie, but very scary, especially the end. If you've never, there's been a remake of Carrie, I think maybe 1 or 2, but you need to see the original. You need to see the original Carrie movie. OMG. Okay. And then here's the deal. It came out at a time. It came out at a time in the 70s when a home probably would look like that, So it made it even more scarier. Yeah, it was oh my God, I can tell you. So the with back to the home, if you come home and your door is locked, yet things are moved, etc., 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 they're going to try their best to put things back in their place. Trust me, this is another thing that's happening. They're making molds of keys. Locksmith told me, no, that's impossible. No, it's not impossible. Okay. They're making molds of keys and things like that. And, or they're just coming in because they have access. If you live in an apartment complex, or this is organized crime, this crime, I'd be safe to say, started with maintenance people, which is how it started. Maintenance personnel taking advantage of their access to keys to people's apartments. Psycho, probably used to work in the security field or something, or it could just be a security person. But every single business idea starts with a single person, not a group. Okay, not a group. You have one person who says, "Ding! I've got an idea." Now, and then whatever happens after that happens. But it's always one person who comes up with an idea. You cannot come up with an idea with the same person at the same time, with another person at the same time. I mean, come on. Then you will pass it on to someone else and say, hey, you know what I was thinking? Blah, 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 blah. So that's how business is. Same thing with organized crime. you had this one person, and it won't take me long to dissect that either. How did this really get started? Because cameras have always been here. The technology may not have, this high tech technology, or heightened technology, but technology has always been here, which is why I say, it's probably that the blue cup in the attic circumstance or evidence. As I was mentioning, that's where I feel like I have been spied on longer, stalked, even spied on longer than I mentioned. I just thought of something else, you guys. Just making that statement. Aha! Okay, let me finish this. Circumstance or evidence. So that's where I let you guys know that I feel like I've been stalked before I realized I've been stalked. You guys, they're coming to me. It started out with 8, then it went to 9. Then I said mentioning in announcements that there may be 10. You guys just did a video and mentioned there could be 11 incidences. Do you know I just came up with another one? I sure did. You guys weren't aware of this. Getting off the topic temporarily. You guys weren't aware of this, but my guy friend, and we're still friends. We're even more so friends now than before. Meaning we were a little closer, but now we're just strictly friends. My guy friend, who will always be a friend in my life, would come and pick me up at the home that I grew up in. I moved back into the home. And I used to tell him all the time, he can vouch for it, that we were being followed. He was in denial at first. And even after, he thought it had something to do with him. He wanted to be, for some reason, the reason why, it's my truck, Scorpio. It's my truck, I love him. They're following me because of my truck. And then, so I'm like, even though he has lots of vehicles, more than a human should probably have, but no, no, not, he doesn't have a parking lot, but I'm just saying, but this is his truck. Oh my God, I would say, no, it's not. And then we have this little battle royale. I'm being realistic and he's being like, it should be me, basically, or something. I don't know. I never understood that, but I kept telling him, no. They're watching. That's what it ended up being. The battle. Like, no, it's not you. When I got more, and when I discovered what was happening, or right before discovery, I kept telling him, no. Yeah, it's there were people following this. As a matter of fact, I'd be willing to bet. This gray car used to follow us all the time. Now, there were others. As soon as he would drop me off, they would go down the street, which is why, in a lot of cases, which is why I said, try to get a home, if at all possible, if you're being stalked, because it has an element of safety, more safety. But get one with bars. I mean, if you're, okay, moving right along. Talk to your neighbors, tell them what's going on, because I'm going to tell you, here, I tried that move. I tried to warn my neighbors of me being followed, stalked, blah, 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 and it did not work in my favor. They started hating or did something. They said something to them, and the money got them, and so they joined in with them. But guess what? I warned them way before I moved in, actually physically moved in. I got my key, checked out my apartment, knocked on doors, did my little thing. It did not work. Because when you have people that are money hungry, yet don't want to get out and do the work and what it takes to get the money, you know what I'm saying? But they're money hungry, no good, ratchet. They'll do anything to try to make money. And so, to make money, and it is what it is. Okay. Simple as that. And so they got them. But, this gray car, and I know I've seen this gray car since, or one similar to it, but it looks just like it, would follow us, and as well as other vehicles, not as many as was following me in my vehicle. Well, while I was driving my former vehicle, but we would have some idiots following us where we would go. And I kept telling him, hard head, thinks he knows everything. that we were being followed, because initially he wasn't believing it. As I said, no, we're not being followed. We're not being followed. But then he realized that we were being followed. I think it was that, I know this did happen, that particular vehicle, we had just seen that vehicle, and then they stupidly came down my street. And that's when it hit him that we were being spied on, followed. Yeah. And it was a truck, something about a truck. There was one of the vehicles was a truck. Yeah. That came up the street. Yeah, you guys. The funny thing is, what I will be revealing, very hurting. I don't know if I'm going to reveal this, who I think is behind all of my stalking. Yeah. You guys got to keep up with me on that. I mean, who's behind, like, you know, I could be wronger than two left shoes, and it's going to be hurting for me to say who I think is behind this spying and stalking. I mean, when I say behind, that person's not doing it, but it's people. Just, you know, okay, put it this way: it could be people, but it may just be one of whom I'm thinking about, because I haven't talked to them in a long time. But yeah. And then I think of another Scorpio in my life that I don't get to see often. But I know they secretly have a crush on me, and they shouldn't be having a crush on me. So yeah, yeah. So you guys, okay, 16 million. So I was in the bathroom, in the mirror. I think I was exfoliating my face, and I got to thinking, what are they doing with the 16 million? Prior to that, what came to my mind, first, squash that. First thing came to my mind is how many Hispanic businesses have blown up or come up, and I'm talking lucrative. Have you guys thought about that? Not saying Hispanics cannot have a business, because I'm going to tell you, Black African people are the ones behind. Okay. And, I even started talking about how Black African people are considered the dumbest on the totem pole. We are. I just keep it real. Other races think that Black African people, Chinese, doesn't matter, think that Black African people are the dumbest people on the planet. And sadly, we are, and to a degree. Okay. And what I mean, common sense. Just plain old common sense. Just plain old things you should not do. Proof in the pudding. Spying on people. Perps. Which is a shocker, as I said before, to me. I've said many times, because while I was in my other apartment, I just needed to record this right here. Or there's several ways I would put it. Black African people would never do anything like this. Black African men would never do anything like this. Black people, blah, 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 blah. I told the biggest lie on the planet. I just always, I guess in the back of my head, felt that Black people had a certain degree of respect for each other, or if not that, just things we would not do. You know, just moralist, just out of morals, just have some morals. I just always felt there was just certain things, not saying that I knew about this spying and all that, just certain things we are not going to do. I was so wrong. These idiots over here have, in multiple instances, have proved me wrong. And this is where I was wrong. Yeah, we're like that until someone puts some money in our face. And 2, it doesn't have to be much. 3, that's why we're dumb. You can be part of the problem or you can be part of the solution. I choose to be part of the solution. They choose to be part of the problem. Within our race. So there you have it. But once again, 16 million. Okay. So after thinking about how many lucrative, not just mom and pop types of businesses, which is why I went into not trying to say Mexicans, Hispanics can't have a business, but because here lately, over the last 25 years, they have boomed with businesses. And most of the money, I admit, came from drug sales. If you remember back in the day, if you're my age or maybe a tad younger, but a lot older, up to a lot older, you remember when Hispanics were the ones selling all the drugs. I mean, if you wanted to organize, I mean, it's just one thing I can say about Hispanics. And I said, when I started recording this is what I was going to say about them. One thing about Hispanics, let me tell you something. You put money in their hands, they're going to spend it the right way. Let me say that again. They're not going to go buy weed. They may go buy weed, but guess what? You put some money, especially bulk money in their hands from drug sales. They're not going to just go. They're going to get a house. They're going to get a car. They're going to do all that. They're going to start a business. They want to be self-sufficient. They don't want to have to depend on, quote unquote, the white man or anything like that for anything. They want to be self-sufficient. And the way to be self-sufficient is to have your own. If you have your own, you can take care of your own people. You have power. And so once again, you put some money in a Hispanics or a person of Hispanic descent hand. And I used to do credit restoration, and I know this to be true. They have the best credit on the planet. You put money in their hands, bulk money, thousands and thousands of dollars or whatever from drug sales from back in the day. They're going to get a vehicle. They're going to pay cash for it. They're going to get a house and pretty much pay cash for it because the other people can come in of their family and help them pay for that house. Then they're going to buy their cousin a house. They're going to buy whatever, however that may go. They're going to do something with that money, you guys. And because there's a lot of Hispanics and people of Hispanic descent involved in this crime, and when I say Hispanic descent, well, that's keep that how as it is. But guess what? I'm going to be doing a video on this. Guess who bought out these apartments? Here's the deal. Lots of problems going on. Manager has been fired. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go in detail with that. So the owner, 61 people moved out September. The owner, where's my money? Why is my income reduced? I'm supposed to be getting a big fat check from DHA, Dallas Housing Authority, but for instance, why was it we added it up? Blah, blah, blah amount, and now it's only $40,000. What's going on? So, make a long story short, one of the two brothers owned the complex. One of them died, and a couple of people sued the complex and won their money. Manager just throwing her weight around, for lack of words, and they won their money. And do something wise with that, please. Okay. Yeah, they won their case, and it didn't take long. But guess who? You'll never, you'll probably get it. Guess who bought out this complex? Because the last owner, the other brother, put it on the chopping block. Too many problems. Lawsuit, people losing money, people losing their vouchers because of this former manager. She just had this heart of stone. I mean, she was basically, from what I heard, the regional manager who used to have her position. She became regional and had suggested or had her friend apply for the position. This is why I tell you, girl, don't hire your family, girl. Even though that's not your family, don't hire your family. They're going to mess up, So when you have your friend as your boss, basically the regional manager, This is how it goes, taking advantage of the situation. I got protection. And a lot of Black African people will think that when they have a position, a high position, I got protection. I can do what I want. You guys, well, we just need to wake up. It's just so much going on. So Hispanics, you put some money, as I was saying, in their hands. Bulk money. They're going to do something with that money. They're not, unlike most Black African people, going to go buy, they're going to buy things. And when Black African people are going to go shopping, going on a shopping spree. I need about 5 pairs of Nikes, even though I can buy more. I'm going to do this. No investing the money. No buying real estate. No nothing. Just I got $100,000 in my pocket. What am I going to do with it? Hispanics are not like that. So I thought about, been knowing and noticing it since last year. And really probably prior to that, how many businesses, lucrative, are owned by Hispanics. Now, one thing about Hispanics, they're usually going to have their name and the title of the business. Okay. Not necessarily, but I'm talking lucrative businesses. And you're saying, well, you're being prejudiced because Hispanics can have a business. No. Like Luther Vandross. No, I'm not saying that. Because I just said, starting about 25 years ago, and I didn't finish, drug activity. The Hispanics were just in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They were the ones that were selling the drugs. I mean, they were selling like crazy. Even before 25 years ago. Because I don't even think I had kids. Okay. They took over. They got out when they made their money. Something a Black African person would not do. Don't condone in drugs. Not trying to give out business ideas about drugs, but I'm just keeping it real. A Black African person is probably going to think about getting out, but then, I got to do one more run. They're in prison. Hispanics came in like a tornado, made their money, went and bought new vehicles. You started seeing Hispanics with new vehicles. Am I lying? I mean, every truck that you saw and a Hispanic was driving it, it was brand new. Because they're family oriented and everybody's going to have a truck. Everybody, hey, say it how you want to say it, is going to have a truck. They spent their money wisely, the drug money. Now, with this 16 million coming in, they have more leeway. That $16 million is used to fund businesses. So because most of the women, the victims of this, are Black African women, Black African couples, and in all caps, the perps that are hired are mostly Black African people. We're killing ourselves again. Virtual slavery is what it's called. Virtual slavery. The victims, okay, back up. It's called plotting other blacks against other blacks. We're back into enslavement, you guys. Just a little different. You have freedom, but I'm ruling your mind and telling you to destroy one of your own kind. Something I will never understand, you guys. And please, when I say your own kind, I don't want you guys thinking. I have to use it that way. I don't want anyone to be destroyed, but I have to use it that way because it's a certain way you have to talk to Black African people. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. But yeah, destroying your own kind. And I have to say it too because all other races are together. They stick behind each other. So yeah, I'm going to say it. Destroying your own kind. It is so many people that live around me that is so dogmatic about watching me, you guys, until it is just, especially behind my wall in my kitchen. This dude, y'all, couple. If I move something, you can hear the equipment going to the other side immediately. Destroy your own kind. And then they wonder why y'all don't want to speak to them. Please don't speak to me. Because you're fake. It's all outdoors. I don't like fake people. You'll be the first to know. Yeah, just being used like a wet dish rag. So what has occurred outside of the topic is an accomplishment of plotting Black African people. Willie Lynch. Look up Willie Lynch. When people were lynched, Black African slaves, plotting Black African people against other Black African people who are trying to be successful in doing something. Ding! We don't have to bring you down. We'll get your own kind to bring you down. That's what you guys do anyway. You guys hear that? Isn't that sad? So what we're doing as Black African people as a whole is supporting these businesses. Because Black African people are spying on each other, they're making the bulk money, which they're not mentioning to Black African people, to perps. They're making a lot of money, you guys. But the perps, not trying to give them a heads up, they're just dumb. If you dumb, you dumb. The perps are getting residue. Some of them, and to keep a Black African person who has absolutely no thought process for themselves, dogmatic, don't want you to have anything. The best thing to do is compensate them with a vehicle. That'll shut them up. That will shut them up, because they're a different breed of Black African person. They're Black African, but they're that breed. They're the ones who have the black child disease, and getting a shot won't cure it. You got Black African people, they may have the black child disease. You give them a shot or an injection of this and that, they wake up, they're woke. Then you have us Black African people who were never there and never will be. Perps are the lowest ones on the totem pole in that, as mentioned. They're the ones who have no thought process. I'm just keeping it real. They think, but their thoughts are always evil, because they don't have any self-esteem and they don't want you to have anything. You know what? That kind of stuff. And I'm going to do a video probably right after this on energy. And for this reason, they have not caught on yet, and will never catch on. Satan has their head, that the energy that they use to try to bring someone else down. Let me say that again. The energy, I'm talking some energy, y'all. And those on level 1, 2, and definitely level 1 will get this, using the analogy I just used. They are so dogmatic and using so much energy in this case, spying on other individuals, in this case, myself, just as an example. They don't even realize. And like I said, 1 and 2 will get this. The amount of energy they use to try to destroy you. Do you know they would have a corporation? Can I get an amen? They would have a corporation, you guys. Their own business. But because they have so much energy and spying on you and doing things to their own race of people, doing this and that, and two-faced and evil, anything is this bad. I'm talking an energy like none other, that they would have their own corporation, just like I was saying about Hispanics and how they are using the money they're making to build businesses. This money can also be used, and I'm sure it is, to produce loans, to give out loans to their kind. Admittingly, the people at the top are of other races. I know this. Like I said, who do you think just bought this apartment complex? And the reason why I'm going to do a suit for, the blue cup in the attic on this particular race that bought the apartment complex is because, check this out. This particular race does not do business in the United States hardly ever, but they're buying this real estate This is not the first time I've heard of them buying real estate, fast food restaurants and things like that here in the United States. They're buying it because of power. What I mean by that, you complain, your complaint starts where? With management in the office, using an apartment complex as an example. Or a leasing agent. Leasing agent goes to the manager, or you go to the manager, your choice. The manager is not doing anything, so you go to the regional. Or you, I'm gonna go to corporate. Okay, you go to corporate. Corporate's not the manager. Corporate is the managing company that manages the property itself, including the manager. Problems, you know, they work together. But guess what? Above that company is the owner. Where do you think that's going to go? If the owner is of a certain race, how far do you think that's going to go? Black African people not pursuing lawsuits in most cases because we just let stuff go. We will get to a certain point if we're even have an inkling of smartness. We'll get to a certain point in the process and get lazy and say, you know, I'm just going to let that go. I'm leaving it alone. I'm just going to let that go. Or I'm not going to do that because they're not of their race. They're not Black African. If that was a Black African person, you would be going to the moon to make sure that they are destroyed. A person of another race? No. We even change our attitudes when we're talking to someone of another race. Have y'all noticed that? Okay, thank you. Black African person, whatever, or just say nothing at all. You know, that's how it is. That's how we are as a whole. But that complaint, back to that, would not go any freaking where because the owner who's aware of the spying, not a foreigner who knows this spying is going on. Come on now. Who's at the top? The top spyers. They're not. Where is that going to go? 70? No. I was so proud of the people who sued the complex. I didn't want the complex to get sued, but I was proud of them. They were Black African. They took them to court. But that's a rare case. In most cases, Black African people are not going to do that. 85% of the people who get hurt by, I'll say 79% of the people who get hurt by any other entity, any other race other than Black African people will not do a @MN thing about the situation because we're so dogmatic about. Someone asked me, what is dogmatic? Don't even know if it's in the dictionary. I come up with some words. You guys have been saying it for years. We're so dogmatic about, if I came up with it, let me say that because I've been using it for so long. We're so dogmatic about destroying each other. It's proof in the pudding that we don't mess with other races. We lick a $sign of other races. Okay? It's harsh. I'm just in your face. I don't bite my tongue. We do. Other races are keen. Your own person says something to you. She crazy. Something wrong with her. She crazy. Let a Hispanic, white person, Asian, Jamaican even probably, I doubt it, come up and say the same thing. 90% of the same way. And it's believable. So we're still slaves, a lot of us. That third tier of people. They're still slaves. The perps. They're the perfect slave. You can tell them to do anything. They'll do it. They're going to go outside. They'll take their equipment with them. Sometimes when they leave here lately, they will go outside to their vehicle and get it. Their vehicle, and get it. Oh, I forgot to get that out the car. I forgot to get that out the truck. Let me go get it. The equipment, you guys, by the way, before I finish this off, is not always planted in the walls. Let me say that again. The equipment is not always planted in the walls as in cameras. So let me stress that. There is equipment that, if you're me and on their stuff, is going to be mobile so that it can be moved around more freely, or that you can move it around the perps more freely. You want to drop a call? You want her to stop from talking on the phone? Drop that call. Signal blocker. Illegal. Everything that this organization is doing is illegal. Everything. But here's the deal. I love myself so much. You know why? Because I'm not a quitter. I don't give up. You don't watch me without my consent. That you do not do. So with that being said, once I discovered that I was being discovered, operative word, that I was being spied on, when I knew without beyond a shadow of a doubt that I was being spied on. In the past, it was just something like, okay, what? I don't know. Wait, maybe leave it alone. Here comes another incident. Circumstance or evidence, the Blue Cup in the Attic playlist. Oh, no. What? That's not right. And no, leave it alone. Let it go. Another year has passed by. Now other stuff has happened, but you don't go back to what happened before, because that was just circumstance or evidence. That was just something that happened. But yes. When you discover that you're being spied on, my case, you may not do it initially, my case, but eventually you're going to go back to where it all began. That's what I'm working on right now. Not intentional, no dates or anything, but that's what my thought process here and there is, going back and going over things. Just like now, just like earlier when I said this gray car used to follow us everywhere we go, or it would pop up. And I told him, I said, you have a tracking device or something. Like, no, I don't have a tracking device. Scorpio, you just tell him one thing. You don't even finish your sentence. He already. That's my buddy, though. You tell him one little thing and he's going to jump down your throat. He knows every freaking thing there is to know about anything. I'm not mad at him. We get along like two peas in a pod. Have you guys ever had that friend where you curse each other out or something, but and you mean it, but 2 minutes later you're talking about something else? There you go. Yeah, that's my buddy. And yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You start thinking about things in your past. I hate to call them things in your past, but you start thinking about incidences that happened in your past. There you go. Where you say, well, good God Almighty, that's what that was. You sit back and reflect, and you realize, okay, good God Almighty, let me go back a little further. See, my going back went to 2009, then it went to 2008, now it's in 2007. You guys, that's been a long time ago. 2007 plus 2000 plus 7 is 14. Add 5 more years to that. That's 19. This is 19. That's 12 years. 11 and a half, 12 years. Yeah, 11 to 12 years. That I know in my heart something just going by incidents just gave you one. That would have been 2014, 13 and 14 when this was going on. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something before I finish this. Please wake up. If you see the same car, you're not dumb unless you're a perp. Ha ha ha. You see the same vehicle, truck, utility vehicle. It doesn't matter. Okay. Well, normally not a utility vehicle, but I'm just, who knows? You see the same freaking vehicle, and thank God for these here United States, if you live in these here United States, because there's a certain thing called the Department of Transportation. Okay. It may be called something else. Thank God for license plate numbers. That's going to identify people, you guys. Please start writing down license plate numbers. Even though they changed them in this organization, please write down every freaking single license plate number that you know of, that where you can have evidence. Because see, let me tell you something. I'm just going to keep it real. When you, let me say this, how the Kimmy in the closet would say this. And I'm not talking about gay or lesbian. When you bust a cap in someone's $$sign, look up bust a cap, white people, look it up. I'm not going to explain what it is. And if you've been around Black African people when you were growing up, you know what I'm talking about. I don't care how you try to play it off. You may be in the media. You may be in the media, but you remember when you were 14 hanging around your friends 12. You know what bust a cap in someone's $$sign means. You got your Halloween costume on now, but you know. And you're saying, hey man, I know, Kimmy, all my friends were Black African or my hey, Hispanic. I know exactly what bust a cap means. I mean that. See, documentation beats conversation 24 hours a day. I learned that when I was in network marketing. Listen, documentation beats conversation 24 hours a day. You can talk all you want, but that don't mean that you're believable. But guess what? You have something on paper. You've been calling the police. You've been harassed. You bust a cap in somebody's $8 sign. Guess what? You may go to jail, but you're not going to be in there for long because you have documentation. You got a good D at sign MN, good lawyer. You're out. You can't go around harassing people and think that you're going to get with it. Document everything, you guys, please. If it looks like a duck and quack like a duck, it's a duck. Document everything, because guess what? When you pull out those bullets and you bust a cap, I'm going to say it again, and someone's $8 sign, dollar sign, you don't want to go to jail for 20, 25 years, do you? Or prison? No, you don't. But you'll do 1 or 2. If any at all. I mean, call the police. I don't care. Get the police in your life. Get a card that has the case number on it. Make sure that it's documented, because they have to put that stuff in the system. Make sure that all your stuff is documented so your lawyer can pull up all of your records. Okay. Hint, hint, clue, clue. Make sure you do that. And I've got cover on top of me. Make sure you do that. So when you surprise them, and it will be a surprise because you hadn't done anything thus far. Let me tell you guys something. These Hispanics have some of these perps so wrapped around their finger. She's not going to do anything. She's just talking. Ooh-wee. I'll say it again. This one right here, I don't have multiple personalities. I have multiple lives, 2 different things. Guess what? That bust a cap in your $8 sign, dollar sign person, she's in here. I got to hide her. Trust me, I have to hide her. And that's what they're going by, the fact that they don't see her. They probably never did. She's in here. No psycho, no nothing. We all have it. Whether you try to hide it, like I was saying, the white Caucasian, we all have it. Let someone keep on messing with you. You're going to do something. You're going to come out one day. But when you come out, I'll say it again. Make sure your stuff is documented. Make sure you have a really good lawyer. Make sure you don't stand there no more than you have to. Because when you get out, guess what? You only have to do one of them. Guess what? You won't have that problem anymore. Trust me, you won't. I have worked for U.S. Customs, Department of Commerce, FDIC, the Postal Service. Let's go back. I've worked for U.S. Customs. I know how this works. You document everything, you guys. You have rights. You have rights. And when someone thinks that they can go around spying on you, stalking, please hit them where it hurts. Now, they won't feel it after 10 seconds because they'll be like on the ground, like with a lot of blood around them. I'm just painting a scenario. But I guarantee you one thing my mom used to say all the time, and not that she was talking to either of the kids in particular. I remember my mother making this statement. And these are for kids that are being bullied that may be listening to this. Anyone. You hit them one time, you won't have that problem anymore. She probably said no more. You hit them one time and knocked now my mama was a cursor, so blank, blinkety, blank, 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 blank out of them. You won't have that problem anymore. My mom used to say that all the time. Well, not all the time. We were growing up, I would hear her say that. Now, who she was talking to, if it wasn't me, I really didn't care. Not trying to be funny. I just remember her saying that. She meant it. And that's what I live my life by. This is why I'm very verbal. I don't hold anything, and I tell people how I feel. And this is why I look so young, because I'm not going to hold anything, and you're not going to make me have any more gray hairs than I need to have. I don't care what you say about my life. I don't care how you think I should live it. I don't care how you think I should be quiet and not say this and that. Not going to work. I have grown to love my look. I've grown to love the fact that I've retained my age very well. And I have grown to know that one of the reasons why I'm able to do that and have been able to do that and accomplish it is because I've always been very verbal. Some people are catching on. You gotta tell your own story, you guys. You gotta live your own life and tell people what's going on. You gotta let people know, stop them. You're the only you that you have. So with that being said, once again, like my mom said, all you gotta do is knock them down or hit them, whatever, that one time, hit they blah, 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 blah. That one time, it only takes you to show one person. It only takes one person for you to show the masses that you for real. Whomever that person is, that's their choice. It's usually the one who thinks they're the baddest. Hint, hint, clue, clue. Male or female. Very well warranted, I must add. But the 16 million, I've attributed, going back to that, I've attributed the 16 million to this. There are a lot, could be wrong, just speculation. Let me say that I admit. There are a lot of Hispanic businesses. Now with interjection, Hispanics have some of the best credit. I used to do credit restoration on the planet. Let me say it again. Hispanics have some of the best credit on the planet. First of all, they're usually going to pay cash for things because they don't like communicating with different companies. You know, they know they're going to be used or something. They feel like, you know, they're going to pay a higher interest rate in most cases for electricity when they really don't have to, sadly, but it's true. So they rather just go ahead and just deal with it. And so one of the things that they will do is pay cash for a lot of things, because, which is smart, very smart, because they just don't want to deal. Okay. And so they have some of the best credit on the planet. And if they don't pay cash, they're going to pay as much cash as possible and then have a balance. Or if they can't do that, you know, it's different tier structures in every race. If they can't do that, they're going to make their payments. They're going to make them on time. And so their credit is excellent, basically. I mean, really, truly excellent credit. Now, some of them are using other people's credits for other things, which attributes to their credit being excellent. Oops. Social security numbers. I just keep it real. Which is another reason why they're going in people's apartments and doing all this stuff so that they can gather information and this and that and that. Smart. The smartest criminals on the planet, most of them that are criminals, extremely smart. I have to give credit where it's due. Because we're dumb in their world. So they're taking advantage of the situation. Anytime you can get a Black African person, just as an example, to spy and do things, or to not even spy, just whatever, to another person, you're in control. They're in control. They are laughing, not at the victim. They're definitely not laughing at me. They can't stand me. I am not one of the perps. I'm not on the perps level. That is a shocker to them. So I'm being looked at like I'm something at the zoo. What is she fixing to do? Oh, you've got poblano peppers. How did you know what poblano peppers are anyway? Poblano? Oh, what are you going to cook? She's going to trolling my page. They want to know so much about me because I'm outside of the norm. Where did she come from? She don't think like them. What? That's it. So because she doesn't think like them, let's try to get information from her. Not going to happen. You know, I told you guys before that they took 450 gigabytes of my data, which they thought they were doing something. See, I'm always 10, not 9, not 8, not 1 steps ahead of them. Well, let me tell you what you got to do. Yes, you did steal that information, but what you didn't know is that it's in multiple places. I'm true to this, not new to it. One of the things you got to do is come cut my breast off, because every time I change my bra, you best believe that on the left side are 2 USB drives and on the right side are 2 USB drives. Come get them. I want you to come get them. Come and get them. I'll even take them out and hand them to you. 2 in the left palm, 2 in the right palm. I'll extend my hands out. I wish you would. Because they're going to be dropped on the ground. And then guess what's coming out? Because I need my hands, right? Moving right along. I'm serious, you guys. You got to wake up, people. I'm not trying to be Clint Eastwood. I'm not trying to be, but the good, the bad, and the ugly, and Clint Eastwood and the good, the bad, and the ugly. But what I am being is myself. This is a part of my life that you don't know. Never killed anyone. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I won't either. Don't be afraid of me. I'm the nicest person. The person that you guys listen to all the time, that's me. That's me. That is the me. That is the ultimate me. That's the original. But however, as we all have, I have another side that, not bragging, we all have it. Depending on the situation, we all have another side. Excuse me, I was trying to burp. Sorry. We all have another side. And then guess what? I'm trying to burp again. It's going to come out eventually. You can only push, a person for so long. You can only push a dog. You can only do, you keep messing with a dog. That dog is wrapped around a tree via a chain, but the tree, woo-wee. They weren't smart. Whoever put the chain around didn't realize that last tornado that came, that tree was already not a big tree. Don't want to hurt the dog. That tree was already kind of lean, and they may have noticed it. Maybe not. But one day you keep messing with that dog and taunting it. You're going to come out there one day or whatever, mess with that dog. Now, this is the funny thing about animals. That dog knows he can get away. Now, something happened. That dog knows he can get away, but guess who he's waiting on? You. You come back out there again and see what happens. Same thing with humans. So like I said, you guys document everything. You come home and you see a pen out of place. You know in your heart. Now don't do the psycho. Did I put? Now maybe I don't. If you don't know, you don't know. Leave it alone. But if you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you put something in some place and this, that, and other, and you come on, your lights are on, and you left them off. Anything. Document it, but also have it documented with the police department. The police department will come out basically for almost anything you guys. You tell, because they know that this is heightened. They are aware this is happening. I'm making sure they are. It's your job to make sure they're aware in your area. I'm making sure that the Dallas Police Department, that the Hutchins, which is where I live, I don't mind telling you I'm moving, police department knows what is going on, you guys. I am making sure of it. Yeah. Then guess what? You move again. You move. It's your move then. When you move again, golly, this woman got documentation. Get you a good lawyer, y'all. Get you a good lawyer and put that lawyer on retainer. I'm just telling you, put that lawyer on retainer. You got proof. You being spied on. They're stalking you. See, I don't have a vehicle right now. I paid cash for that vehicle. Ooh-wee. Not that I cared about it. I honestly, because I feel like God blessed me with that one. He'll bless me with another one. But I had to get rid of it because of cameras and being stalked in it. I did not want them to find me over here. Guess what? They found me, and they found some idiots. Perfect. That's all we needed. We found her. Now we found y'all. Here we go. Because we're hiding. We want you guys to. We know her. You don't. That's amazing. My gang stalkers, excluding the perps, my gang stalkers know me. I know them. I know what they're going to do. They know what I'm going to do. Guess what? The best thing to do to handle that is to hire some idiots. Let them put them on the firing range. Because they already know. And I said cause, I meant it. Because they know. They know me. They were like best friends. They know what I'm going to do. They are fully aware that I am not playing. Now, over here, some people over here think that I don't know what they're thinking. I sure hate it. but they were put in they were put in front of my face for a reason. You know, it's like back in those Trojan. What kind of soldiers were those that had the shield and all that back in the day? You know what I'm talking about. And they have the sword and the shield. Guess who the shield is? You guys, guess who the shield is in this situation? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. These idiots over here are the shield, because those people over there where I moved from, if they did not know what is possible to come from this body right here, they didn't know anything. So they come over here, get a group of fools to spy on me, Black African people. Oh God, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't even like putting these people in the Black African race. I really don't. These whoo, Jesus of Nazareth. I don't even consider them like black. It's I don't even know what to call them. It's like, what are you? I mean, you're not really, you're black in color, but you're not really, what, there is no way you can be a Black African person doing this right here. I mean, what are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm serious, you guys. I'm laughing. I have been trying my best to put my finger. Now I know what they are because it's a demonic spirit. They're demonic spirits. But I'm like, you guys, there's no way you can be black people. What is going on? No way they can be black, y'all. They absolutely no way they can be Black African, black. You not even, let alone Black African. You're not even black, let alone Black African. And I'm just saying, they're this. It's. I've never seen anyone with this much slave mentality in my life. I haven't. I'm like, y'all are like I said, buy someone a vehicle, buy them some weed, pay their phone bill, you got them. But that 16 million I keep talking about and talking about other stuff, which I'm feeling really good about. You guys, that 16 million is used for multiple things. It is not just someone who wants to buy a yacht. The three people at the top, let's all go get a yacht. No. It's a way to organize crime of funding like businesses and things like that, something lucrative where they can make more money. Excuse me for sniffling. You can take an avocado, and I got to look this up, but please work with me because I have 4 avocado seeds right now on, by my sink because I'm doing research on them. But, no. Won't even use the avocado. Aloe vera. Did you guys know you can take a piece, God is good, of aloe vera, no roots, nothing, you don't need it, and actually produce more aloe vera just from a piece of aloe vera? That is so miraculous to me. And there are plants and flowers like that, but mostly plants, plant life. Well, flowers are plants too, but you know what I'm saying. Mostly greenery, those shrubbery things that have a root, basically. You can take a piece of aloe vera, any piece, basically, put it in some dirt. I mean, look on YouTube. I'm sure there's other ways, things you have to do. My play sister, one of them, told me about this. And I was like, you're kidding. And I've heard other people just being in the store or something saying, yeah, you could just, matter of fact, I just heard it last week again. We were talking about something, but I'm aware of it by now, That's what they're doing. They're doing the aloe vera. They're taking this money, using Black African people in most cases. Look up perps. You're probably going to see someone Black African. Not in all cases. But predominantly, most perps are Black African people, and so they're using them to get the job done, and in the process, promoting their race while digging a hole for our race. See, what they don't realize, when they're through with them, the job is done. But see, they're going to try to continue to watch me because the job will never be done. Because it's not going to happen. I'm not fixing to slip like that. It's not going to happen. So this 16 mil guesstimation, 2 people were on it. This 16 mil, once again, is used for loans for businesses, low interest loans. This 16 mil for their races. This for businesses, period. Outside of loans, it's used to buy homes. It's used to buy expensive vehicles and things like this. It's used to promote their race while in the process degrading and low rating the Black African race even more than it is right now. And I have to take my hat off to the Black African idiots that are doing it. Bravo. You need an award. I mean, top of the line idiots who can't think for themselves, who wants to be all that in a bag of chips, who wants to be bougie. Sit down, girl. Please sit down. Even if you weren't doing this, I would tell your $dollar sign self to sit down. Have several seats. Please have several seats. I see you. And I've had, so please sit down. I'm just keeping it real. Please sit down. Please don't get it twisted. What you see in my apartment while you're looking through the walls, looking through the ceiling, that's not me. That's the result of you. Don't get it twisted. You, plural. This is Kimmy Wyatt. Of course. Thank you for joining this video, you guys. And I'm just saying, this is what they're doing with this money, you guys. They are using this money to fund businesses, very lucrative businesses. I'm talking Procter and Gamble like. Okay. You look up the Census Bureau and look up businesses owned by Hispanics in the U.S. Then go back 6, 7, 8 months and look it up again. Then look it up 2 years from now. Do that. The numbers are not going to go down. They're going to go up. Here's the deal with that. When you have a Hispanic business that is owned by a Hispanic, or a business owned by Hispanic or Hispanics, let me say that, guess who's going to work in those businesses the most? What race of people do you think, post your comments below, is going to work in that business the most? Now, there are some laws that's going to make them hire Black African people, equal opportunity, the EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. I'm familiar with all of these acronyms, you guys. FBI, U.S. Customs. I'm familiar with all those. Guess what? Who's going to be what race of people is going to be predominantly working in those businesses? Job security, jobs for which most of the jobs are gotten by using someone else's social security number, which is not going to be verified much, if at all, because in personnel, who's going to be in personnel? You guys, I'm breaking down this entire organization, which is the reason why they are pissed off at me, which is the reason why they're all on me, which is the reason why they want to get all on me, and it's not going to happen, which is the reason why the perps want me. You can't have me. For the ones who are looking at me in a sexual manner, I don't want you, woo-woo. I don't want you. I don't want any parts of you. I don't do pervs. And that goes for the Black African men over here. I don't do perverts. Stay with what you have. She does that. I don't sit up there and do perverts who are sitting there spying on women in their apartment. Whoa, you can stop looking at me. No. Have you ever had to tell someone to stay in their lane? Okay. That's what stay in your lane, please. It is nothing. If you're not doing anything for her, what would make you think that I think you would do something for me? Moving right along. Hasta la vista. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. Arrivederci. Au revoir, Salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split ya. Ciao, Bayla. Ciao, Baylo. Smooches. Gotta go. Wait a minute. How did I say that? Ciao Bella, ciao Bello, gotta go. Smooches gotta go. I don't know. And I didn't even do preacher mode in this. I don't think I do preacher mode. You guys listen to all my videos as many as possible, and you'll know what preacher mode is. I don't even think I did preacher mode in this. I didn't. I got away with not doing preacher mode. Okay. Bye.